at his rural home of Madziva. We're now joined on the line by our correspondent Ephert Musekiwa, who was there for the funeral and the laying to rest of the much-loved icon. Good afternoon, Ephert. A difficult day indeed. Tell us how the final goodbye for the much-loved Mtu progressed this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Keshni. Indeed, there were thousands of people that attended the burial from all over the country. He was buried this afternoon just after 2 p.m. The president was represented by the Minister of Defense, Oliver Mtukudzi. We also saw quite a number of prominent opposition leaders in attendance, including the leader of the main opposition, Nelson Chamisa. We also saw other smaller political parties also being represented. We had people from various sectors of various walks of life, including the church, academics. Pretty much almost every member of society was in attendance.
Ephert, Mtu's life and times are difficult to condense, but how is Zimbabwe's most renowned and internationally recognized cultural icon of all time being remembered right now?
Well, during his funeral proceedings, you remember that there was a lot of song and dance. People really did celebrate. Yes, they were mourning, but there was a lot of celebration. Even just before his burial, his daughters were given an opportunity, and they sang a song for their father, and people cheered and danced. Other prominent musicians within Zimbabwe also took turns to sing. Either they would sing their own songs or they would do renditions of some of Oliver Mtukudzi's songs. So really people did celebrate him. They did celebrate his life through the various arts and mostly through music.
Zimbabwe really going through some turbulent times recently, but we see leaders from across the political spectrum really coming together to celebrate the life of Mtu, really a lasting, a final tribute to what he stood for, his humanity and the unity of Africans across the continent.
Yes, indeed. He's been described as a unifier, but you see, we did see a bit of politics playing part when the leader of the opposition showed up at the funeral. He wasn't accorded, or he wasn't allowed to go to the VIP section or the VIP tent. He had to stand with the rest of the crowd. But indeed, all political or present at the memorial, he's managed to bring in people from both ZANU-PF, people within the opposition, people within academics, various walks of life. So really, it was indeed significant that he managed to bring in all those people together.
There was a memorial concert that happened earlier on today. Tell us how that progressed today, Ephert.
The memorial concert wasn't today, Keshni. It was actually yesterday, where various artists took time in Harare, at the National Sports Stadium, where they actually had a concert, various musicians, and also his body was there as they did their concert. Today at the burial, it was only a few people that were allowed to perform, like I did indicate. It was only his daughters and one or two musicians that just sang during the funeral, but it wasn't a concert per se at his burial today.
He's also somebody who held the development of the arts and music very close to his heart. Tell us about his work at the Pakera Paya Arts Center, an arts hub, development hub established by him in 2003.
Well, it is a center where he's been training young and upcoming artists, giving them opportunities, training them in the art of music, no matter what genre of music the young artist would have preferred to follow. But he was assisting them either financially, he was assisting them with technical skills. It was a center where people would go and really get to learn from the icon. It's been one of his passions that you pass on the baton. You remember one of his sons, who died in 2010, was also a product of Pakera Art Center, where he was also being taught the art of music by his father at that very same center. He's actually passed on the same skill to his daughter, Oliver Mtukudzi, who on many times has actually sang together with his father. we also understand she is actually a product of the very same center you're talking about, Pakaripayan Center. So really, it was a place where he was grooming and teaching the young artists on the various aspects of life, including music as well.
That was our correspondent Ephert Musekiwa coming to us from Madziva in Zimbabwe, where music superstar, the late Oliver Mtukudzi, has just been laid to rest.